Hey guys, welcome to Konig Kickback. It's actually been a pretty action-packed weekend in the automotive industry, so let's dig right in. Formula One was back this weekend with the Styrian Grand Prix, which was at the Red Bull Ring, running the same track, but they called it Styrian Grand Prix to be a different race. But either way, the result was the same. Lewis Hamilton took home another victory, just continuing Mercedes' dominance in Formula One. I think the two interesting stories of this race, though, was lap one, Ferrari on Ferrari crime. Charles Leclerc went for a gap that wasn't there, hit Sebastian Vettel, and basically just ruined the race for Ferrari, taking both cars out of the race. The last lap had some insane action, guys. It was insane. Between Lando Norris, Sergio Perez, Ricciardo, and Lance Stroll, all going for it. Perez had a damaged wing, so he was a little bit slower. It was like what you want Formula One to be all the time, compressed into one lap at least. And Lance Stroll couldn't pass his teammate Sergio Perez, and Lando Norris just proved his dominance and maybe the possibility that the McLaren chassis are where they need to be, finished ahead of them. Now, while I'm talking about the Racing Point team real quick of Sergio Perez and Lance Stroll, their cars have actually been protested now by Renault, in saying that while you're allowed to outside manufacture products of your Formula One car, it can't be manufactured by another Formula One manufacturer outside of products like gearbox and engine, which are allowed to be sold to the public, but everyone has to be able to buy them. It gets pretty confusing pretty quick, but needless to say, Renault is accusing the Racing Point team of basically having their car designed by Mercedes and basically duplicating an old Mercedes chassis. Who knows what will happen, but Renault's got to come up with something, and it's clearly not going to be a fast engine. GoodWood Festival of Speed was supposed to happen in England. It's been a legendary event I've always wanted to attend. Sad to say, here's some cool clips. Check out this McLaren F1 flying up the hill. It's got every kind of car from Formula One to drifting to classics to vintage to weird cars that probably shouldn't even be on a racetrack. It's a pretty great festival. Chris Forsberg actually uploaded to Instagram an insane helmet cam POV of him running up the hill. Pretty wild to check out. I think you should enjoy it. And also, if you're a big fan of Chris Forsberg, he started running a YouTube series called Force Power. He's been pretty good about uploading content in this quarantine to his YouTube page. Clutch Kickers Round 4 happened this weekend. The $100,000 Pro-Am Grassroots Amateur Series finished up. Taylor Hull took home the win in his Cadillac for his second victory in this series, just proving his dominance in this Florida Grassroots Series. It'd be nice to see if he could translate some of that into Formula Drift. Maybe time will tell, but Taylor Hull, congrats to you. You got some big checks to cash. Hopefully you can continue this dominance, like I said, in some other series or stepping into the Formula Drift ranks. Chelsea Denofa gave us an update from the Freedom Factory pay-per-view that most of you probably didn't watch, but it's all right. His freestyle drift run that gave him the humongous trophy he posted on his Instagram is now live also on his Instagram, showing his basically was given the keys to the Freedom Factory and said, drift it up. This was the result. You can be forgiven for not watching NASCAR every week, but the last lap of the Kentucky race this weekend was insane. They went 4 wide into the last lap, and in the end, when the smoke cleared, Cole Custer took home his first NASCAR victory. Who, you might ask? I'm not even really sure, to be honest, but it was a wild finish, and the fact that Cole Custer has won his first race of 2020 before Kyle Busch tells you everything you need to know about the year 2020. And that's it for Konig Kickback this weekend. Bye, guys.